All right, I just woke up. I completely forgot there was a patch. So let's very quickly go over patch 7.31, which actually does have quite a bit. So first off, the arrival coordinates when teleporting or returning to best way burrows has been adjusted. I didn't notice it, to be honest, when I quickly took a quick look this morning for where that is, but you know, it is what it is. New side content has been added. This is in regard to cosmic exploration. We're getting the next planet. New planet is it's pretty good for all the 5 minutes that I did of it. New relic tools to do there, new everything to do there. We're gonna see later on there's a ton of new rewards and everything for it, so a lot of stuff for the crafters and gatherers to do. There's apparently what, 6 quests involved in this. I'm willing to bet this is all gonna be locked behind progress, and yeah, we can already see that it's locked behind progress. This one, I don't know why this blindsided me, but apparently everyone else knew about this. I must have missed this during one of the live letters. The phantom weapons are already getting their next step. So this is the second step of the relic weapons. We'll get into that a bit more later on for what that means and what's all involved for it. But just know if you've already done the first step, which you're going to need to in order to do this step, you know where to go. It's going to be in the Phantom Village. There's new items available for bicolor gemstones in Yaktel. I don't know what that would be though. New furnishing is available. Obviously, this is all from Cosmic Exploration. We have a bus stop for some reason. I don't know why you'd want that in your lawn, but that's a thing you can do. New orchestrion rolls have been added, no surprise. New triple triad cards have been added, no surprise. They stole my character to go ahead and demo this one emote that's been added. Again. Battle system, they have tweaked the Palace of the Dead. So now, when you get Aether Pool from Silver Chests, you now get +5 to your gear enhancement from +1. And the success rate of your Aether Pool strengthening when opening silver coffers before 101 has been increased. Enhancement to Aether Pool gear's strength when defeating a boss been increased from 1 to 10. They want you to be able to cruise through Palace of the Dead, which has been long overdue, I might add, because for all this new deep dungeon content, and they want to go ahead and push deep dungeon as a look. There's the thing. You can tell I'm still on. They want to push deep dungeon to be the content for everyone, but it's locked behind Palace of the Dead. So if you're just not amused with Palace of the Dead because it has been unchanged since ever, and granted, it's hard to get people to do Palace of the Dead, which means you're going in solo, and it's way too easy in Palace of the Dead when you're brand new to just die because you just slipped up, and it's 50 levels you got to go through. Not great as well. Aether Pool strength is now guaranteed to be enhanced upon defeating bosses on every boss floor and upon completing floor 200. Defeating enemies now drops sustaining potions. I don't know what sustaining potions are, Smile. So I'm just going to assume that's good. New phantom weapon quests have been added. All right, so enhancing the phantom weapons. Upon completing the quest Wrought by Hands Phantasmal, players will receive 1 enhanced phantom weapon based on the job they progress through the quest. In the preceding quest, Aether Everywhere, players will receive an Aetherwell array which can be used to confirm the progress of that stage of the enhancement process. So apparently we are gathering fire, earth, water, and wind. Long ago, the 4 elements lived in harmony, and then the Fire Nation attacked, and now you got to go and restore balance as the Avatar. That is the plot I have drawn from this. I have no proof of any of this. So I don't know what's going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to assume just doing certain content awards a certain amount. You got to get 10,000 of each. Honestly, I prefer this over the demi-atmas because I still, on 2 separate characters, do not have enough demi-atmas yet because they refuse to drop. That's infuriating. So yeah, I'd rather just go ahead and have a massive grind where you're guaranteed some every time to the 5 and 20% drops where I just continue to roll ones. However, here's the thing that people are not going to be thrilled with. Upon completing the quest wrought by Hands Phantasmal, players may exchange elegant tomestones of heliometry with Dodo Kuli in the Phantom Village to enhance additional Phantom weapons. So, you know the drill. It's going to be 1,500 elegant tomestones of not being capped per week to get another relic weapon. You're only doing the grind once, and then after that, all of your uncapped tomes belong to the Phantom grind forever. And thus that means for crafters, you are completely hosed. Surprise! Yeah, if you ever wonder why the heck certain things are just always expensive on the market board, this is why. Anyway, moving on. PvP, Purify and Recuperate have been reduced to 2000 MP. Good change. The funny thing is that, like, when people saw the Purify change, people were like, oh no, this is gonna ruin everything. Now they could just constantly spam the removal of debuffs and blah, 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 blah. Dude, the cost to remove debuffs is crazy high. It was 1/4 of your healing ability. Now it's 1/5 of your healing ability. So basically all this means that before you could get 1 Purify and 4 heals. Then you could get either 1 Purify and 3 heals or 4 heals. Now it's back to 1 Purify and 4 heals, or you get at 5 heals. Honestly, good change. Hot take, good change. In addition, we have some other minor tweaks. Salted Earth, the healing overtime potency has been increased from 4,000 to 6,000. Damage overtime potency has been increased from 4,000 to 6,000. Play until Salt of Darkness becomes unstable has been reduced from 1 to 0.8 seconds. Oh, usable, not unstable. So, Salted Earth, all in all, upgrade. Salt and Darkness has been increased from 4,000 to 6,000. That's not what you use Salt and Darkness, but still, increased potency is always nice. People care much more from Salted Earth about the pull. That's the far bigger thing. Monk just got buffed across the board. That's fine. Phantom Rush no longer is a fall off. Earth's Reply had a 1,000 potency increase, and the cure potency has been buffed. All right, cool. Dragoon damage, increased damage to suffered caused by Life of the Dragon has been reduced. I'm drawing a blank on how the skill works, so I'm not sure what it means, but it basically, it sounds like a nerf. Forked Raiju has been nerfed a bit, but that's fine. You gotta actually like do it immediately. You can no longer hold it for a while. Samurai has to do their stuff faster. Maikyo Shisui, now you have to do 1 second faster. Viper's Backlash got a nerf down to 50% instead of 100%. I want to say it got buffed to 100% recently too. So yeah, that's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. I haven't noticed a whole lot, but I haven't done Viper in PvP in a while. So whoops, guess I missed my chance. Bard, their Encore of Light now only reduces MP to 4,000, or reduce their MP by 4,000 to 5,000. This still just makes it so that this just makes it so that before you were getting rid of 2 heals, now you're still only getting rid of 2 heals. So it's just compensating for the new adjustment to heals. Machinist has their HP buffed slightly and their scattergun potency buffed. That's fine. If it means more machinists use scattergun, which ends up keeping me alive more often than not, I'm all for it. People do not know in Frontlines how to use the knockback abilities. It's wild. Because they keep using knockbacks to try and finish me, and it never finishes me. It just gets rid of me as I'm trying to retreat to potion. Thank you. Dancer, Fountain Fall, and Fan Dance all got buffed. Xenoglossy, amount of HP when players above HP. Amount of HP absorbed when players above 50% HP has been reduced from 100 to 50%. Didn't that just get buffed too? I think it's back down to where it was. In any case, Xenoglossy, you get only 50% of the HP done instead of 100% of it. Wreath of Ice, reduction to damage taken has been reduced from 25 to 20%. I didn't even know there was a damage taken reduction. But in any case, Summoner, Necrotize got buffed, Pictomancer got an HP buff, and Smudge now can be done less frequently. That's a shame. I loved using Smudge Disengage, quickly getting another Insta Portrait to then go ahead and smite people with. So I'm a little sad because that was fun. But, you know, it is what it is. Miracle of Nature, reduction of target's MP has been reduced from 2,500 to 1,000. Wow. Not only is that compensation for the change to MP, but that is a nerf. Because before I was getting rid of a whole heal, now it's getting rid of half of a heal. But still effectively gets rid of a heal. A little surprise there. A Flayer's Purgation is only 16,000 potency instead of 20,000, and it is what it is. Scholar's HP got nerfed. Astro no longer reduces your potency of nearby enemies by 30%. Sage, Phlegma got buffed. Psyche, potency for enemies more than 3 yards away has been increased from 6,000 to 8,000. Okay. New items! We got new spacesuit and M. Bison. That was my first thought when I saw this outfit. I know it's supposed to be a space captain. I'm going to say M. Bison until someone gets too annoyed at me. M. Bison. New recipes and added. All of it associated with Cosmic, I guarantee you. When using a register item to a hotbar, the icon now appears grayed out if the target is out of range. Neat. The next destination for a Cosmic Preparation Initiative has been added. This is Fena. I've already checked it out. The music is actually kind of a jam. Here, listen. Anyway, kind of a bop. Go check it out. All you gotta do is just do the quests. There's a handful of quests now that Adorum is finished in every area. You just do the quests and then you can unlock Fena. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Even if you haven't done any of the cosmic stuff, it really isn't hard at all. Fena now uses Fena credits. However, your cosmic credits still exist. I think that's going to be the pattern. We got like area credits that are used for the roulette wheel. And then we have cosmic credits that are just used for general purpose purchases. One caps at 10K, the other caps at 20K. So, you know, it is what it is. Fena expiration tokens. Tokens can be exchanged for a special mount. These tokens are awarded when completing the EX Plus Stellar missions. Both the tokens themselves and the mount are available for exchange and can be sold via the market board. Crafters have a new method of taking your money We do now have some new daily successes. Upon completing the quest, go forth, brave explorers. Lunar credits earned via daily success will be converted into Fena points. Fena credits. Yeah, lunar credits was the previous one. Now it's all going to be Fena credits. Please note that daily successes can only be success points can only be accrued in. Wait, what? Oh, so we're gonna have. Wait. Hold up here. Let's actually take a look at this. I didn't think. So here's the dailies, right? Cosmo credit, and then the 1000 Fena. This I did not do in Sinus Adorum. I think they wrote that wrong. Because I did that in Feynman. Yeah. No, this is wrong. Please note the daily success points can only be cured in Fena, I think is what it's supposed to say. Fena has been added to accept the separate category in standard successes. The stellar successes window was now displayed in the successes corresponding to yada yada yada. Okay. Award standings. The award standings has been changed and will now be based on the player contributions from stellar missions, mech ops, and projects undertaken in Fena. Players can check their current standings by speaking with Scanning Way in Fena. Star contributors, yada yada yada. This is all pretty much the same sort of stuff. Infrastructure index will now open automatically upon project completion. I haven't had a project completion yet, so I haven't seen it yet. Cosmic tools can now be further enhanced. Oh no. New mounts have been added, new minions have been added, new faceware has been added. Yeah, we got a little scouter thing, a new eye patch, a mini robot, a bulldozer. There's also a riding board I've also seen around. In order to reduce server capacity, we'll be implementing multiple field instances for Fena. Specifically, how do I switch instances? How do I get out of here? Ah! How do I leave? Cruising way, thank you. There's only 3 instances. This is not gonna be the same as previous runs where it was 5. All right, so it's only 3. That's fine. The division of Shaloni Heritage found living memory, lower Juno into multiple instances. Elite added to Elite congestion in patch 3.3. 7.3 will be moved. New achievements, new trophies, new achievements, new music and sounds, resolved issues, known issues. I heard there was one here that's really, really bad. An issue we're undertaking certain mech ops in Fena during cosmic exploration wherein players can clip through the terrain while traveling to the mission site as a pilot. What? Okay, I gotta get going. Because works in like 10 minutes and I gotta get this up. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the patch notes. The PvP changes are actually kind of a little surprising. But everything else kind of expected. This is gonna be my nightmare though, because I've got so much to do relic grind wise, and I'm not looking forward to it. Anyway, take care, subscribe, and all that nonsense. Bye bye.